Okay, this is, I think, the last thing I want to say about financial matters. I'm sure there's plenty more that I could talk about, but I think for the moment this is perhaps the last thing I want to talk about. And that is, in every business there are some what I call key numbers that you must be aware of in your business. Now this can vary from business to business, from industry to industry. These key numbers are often called key performance indicators, or KPIs as they're shortened to. Now you may or may not know about KPIs, but it is just so vital that those are monitored on a regular basis. Here we're not so much looking at monitoring the outcomes as monitoring the inputs, because we can't control the outcomes, okay? But we can control the inputs. So let me just try and use an analogy. If you employ salespeople, you should know what numbers you need for a salesman to achieve a certain target of income. Over the years, I've always monitored my performance in that and of my key people, so that I knew for every phone call they made, it was worth so much money. And if they made this number of phone calls and set up this number of appointments, this number of appointments would be kept and this amount of income would be generated. So when we were having hard times, all that we needed to do, we knew, was just step up the numbers, because ultimately those numbers will flow. I well remember that the famous Australian fast bowler Dennis Lillee. He was asked the question, how do you feel when it's a stinking hot day and your figures are none for 100? So in other words, you hadn't taken any wickets for 100 runs. And he said, I feel sorry for the batsman. And the commentator said, why? He said, because I know my numbers and I know that it's about to turn and things will come in my favour. And that used to encourage him. So whereas a lot of bowlers would get downhearted, oh, you know, it's not going well at all, he would go, oh, it's about to break. It has to, because the numbers tell me this. So whatever the key numbers are in your business, make sure you monitor them on a regular basis. Daily, weekly, monthly, whatever it is appropriate for your business. And if you can't figure that out, go and find somebody who can mentor you or can advise you as to what numbers you should be tracking. Just such an important point that people just do not do. So go for it.